Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Soraka, and we'll be facing off against the 5.5 star adventure from the Weekly Nightmares. We're also doing 10 defiance just to increase the difficulty a little bit, so everything is going to have fearsome and brash. The opponent starts with 3 extra cards and 3 extra mana. We can't heal our nexus in combat encounters. Hopefully that evens things out against the 6-star Soraka, which is a pretty good champion. I'm still running the same relic setup I ran on Soraka. I just feel like Starforge gauntlets and Strength of Stone are a must because they allow you to get more health on your units, and you start off the game with 1 extra mana. Bloodbrand is nice to deal damage to our own units, but it's not a necessity. So yeah, hopefully we can clear this adventure nicely. Afterlife Forbidden, Deep Cuts, Proper Offerings. Proper Offerings allows us to go for Soraka for cheap at the start of the game, but that's about it. I think I can do better. Let's reroll. Elemental Winds, Boarding Party Crush. We really don't do any spell damage, unfortunately. We have to reroll this as well. And we're back at the start. Can I get something other than common powers? I guess... Nah, I wouldn't want to be greedy. Let's reroll yet again. Endurance is the best I can hope for. At the very least it makes it so the opponent's power of immolation becomes a bit weaker. I'm really just doing this run because I don't want to do a 3 videos week. Unfortunately, I had a rough week. I lost the recording for the part 2 of the Kindred run, the Spirit Blossom Kindred run, and then I got sick and I had a terrible stomachache, the worst one I have ever had. And hopefully things will be better this following week. Soraka is dying here, right? Maybe I don't need to throw the Soraka at you, sorry, however. I can just do this. Keep my units around, albeit damaged. Yeah. Sure, let's do this. Next turn I can Astral Diffusion for free on one of the opponent's units. Probably use Sari because it has elusive. I can also do Soraka's Wish on one of the on a unit. Will this give me... No. I was wondering if that would give me 2 comets. But what if I do this? Does this not give me 2 comets? Yes, it does. Perfect. Then I'm doing it.
For life. We're all family here.
The opponent attacks me? No, he doesn't. Now he probably attacks though. And I can do this here. We'll do this here. We'll silence that unit. And now we can easily block it. And the opponent manages to deal no damage to our nexus. We had the perfect turn. Now we just summon the Stargazer, give both 4 units elusive, and then we become the elusive deck.
Let's go, Osu.
The Star Shepherd has Overwhelm, so the Star Shepherd kills the... or goes through the opponent's units. Unfortunately, my Soraka doesn't, so the opponent's probably leaving here. Yeah, I figured as much. At least we get rid of one of the opponent's units. Stunning another. Let's do Mountain Goat. all of my units are taking damage this turn, so we set up a wish. We can get at least one comet off of this wish.
Not you.
We draw one. Let's try to get more comets out of the wish. Does this give me 2 comets? Yes, it does. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. I also don't need to do the wish.
Close your eyes. And
Can also do the astral protection
my eyes are closed. Won't I miss it?
on select units in order to get elusive blockers thanks to the Stargazer. That's exactly what I'll do.
Service to the Imperium.
Okay, my plan didn't work out. I thought for sure we had enough mana for 2 astral protections, but I was counting on the mana from the blue buff here, so I made a mistake.
Take heart.
It's okay though, even though our Nexus can't be healed in combat encounters, we can still heal it at the healer encounters. Also, we're going to crush our opponent's hopes and dreams by doing this and getting a billion comets.
Live with purpose. I feel better when you feel better. We're all family.
Play something here, opponent. I can guarantee you it will stick onto the board. Let's one less blocker, let's remove that blocker as well. Remove all of the elusive blockers really. And then we attack with everything.
Take heart.
Look at me now, opponent. I'm the elusive deck.
The heavens rejoice.
We're still taking a bunch of damage in between, or in each encounter. To be fair, this was only the first encounter. I feel like this was going to be a trend. Spring Guardian is a card that's already in my deck. Also, I don't want to use my last reroll. Udyr, Riven, Ekrim. Udyr can give stuff, regeneration. Ekrim has absolutely no synergy for game plan. So I guess Udyr it is then. Especially because Riven's units also have low health. So that's a low amount of synergy as well. I want to go for the spells chest, so let's go for the rightmost path. Plaza Guardian. That's the one that reduced the cost of the Plaza Guardians. Round start. I thought it was on attack. Maybe I'm confusing that encounter with another one. Anyway, let's hope we got a Soraka here. No, we got an Udyr instead. Well, at least I can play the Udyr on the first turn. Not feel too bad about it.
Okay, got it. I think maybe.
I really want to strike with the Udyr. I'm going to do the gift giver.
For those who need it.
That's fine. I actually have a good first turn,
Brave.
or a perfect first turn here. Can do this. This, at the end of the turn, the gift giver will go to a 3/3, which can block the Practical Perfectionist. I fully intend to pull one unit with the Udyr. This makes it so the stun swap goes to 0. So I guess I can pull the highest attack unit. Because I do stun swap, I give regeneration to the Udyr. Our Udyr also takes or gets +3/+3 every time it takes damage, so he's actually getting buffed because of the end turn effect. Maybe this is a situation where my support champion is not that bad to get.
It's a big responsibility to shepherd stars.
It's fine. We have a stun effect. And probably develop the Spring Guardian here or the Mountain Goat. Let's do Mountain Goat. Really? You're not only attacking with the Poro? Well, in that case I'm doing this. Keep buffing up the Udyr. Let's do the Vulpine Wanderer. I want to give Udyr Overwhelm before attacking next turn. I feel like that will be a guaranteed victory if I do that. Unless the opponent has some hard removal, he can prevent Udyr from just dealing 33 here. Can I secure my victory this turn? Guess I can do Spring Guardian. No, Spring Guardian Astral Diffusion doesn't work. Can only do Astral Protection, I guess. So we do this. In fact, let's attack with everything. Let's try to attack with everything. The opponent has to answer. Depending on how he blocks, I can do this. Buff up the stats on my Star Shepherd. We deal exact lethal. Perfect. Okay, that's not relevant. If he targeted the Star Shepherd, he would actually survive, because it would reduce the amount of damage the Formidable deals. Really good showcasing of the power of Udyr. Honestly, we only managed to pull that off because Udyr has a discount on it. Otherwise, I think Udyr would be a downside. Cosmic Youngling, heal me and your Nexus one at the round start. Or Troll Gifts. Let's do... both of these heal our Nexus, which is something we can't do. I guess the Cosmic Youngling is harder to block. But the Troll Gifts give something regeneration. That might be worth it. Hush for discount? Sure. Discounted Hush seems nice. Incisive Tactician. Yeah, we probably won't go for the Incisive Tactician. We'll just go for the shop. C3 is not too bad of an encounter. We just have to keep control of the board. No matter what we get here, we'll be in a good position, I feel like. We got Udyr yet again, double the Udyrs. When we play the Hush, we're going to get a Soraka. I can force that right now, or I can play the Udyr first. How do I want to do this? I'm going to do this like this. We play the Soraka, we play the Udyr. We get a very good first turn because we buff up the Udyr as well as the Soraka. We can do this. The opponent can have the single combat. If the opponent has the single combat, I am going to be upset. But it is what it is. Sure, if the opponent has the single combat, so be it. He doesn't have single combat. Well then, I guess I just win. Gives regeneration to the Soraka. The opponent's developing a lot, but we can mitigate that by blowing up one of his units next turn. And also do double Star Shepherd to block. We're going to end up buffing up the opponent's units. Okay, no, none of that attack, please, opponent.
This is our path.
Strike those two. That thing is going to be transformed, but it will be the 6-mana C3. The 6-mana C3 has no defensive properties, so this is fine. I'd rather do this and then develop another unit and a stance swap on
Little shepherd.
Udyr,
Stronger every day, just like me.
just to give him regeneration. So now both the Soraka and the Udyr have regeneration,
I feel better
which
when you
means
feel
a
better.
bunch of comets.
Possibilities are
We're just
infinite.
printing comets with this setup. Once we get at least 2 units with regeneration down and a high amount of health, the opponent stops
And the way
having the right to have a board.
round 'em up.
Goodbye to that unit, opponent. And death. This setup is going to be great against the Howling Abyss, the encounter we're closing in on. We can just obliterate the Howling Abyss and then the opponent stops being able to... Well, that's his entire game plan, so he stops being able to do anything. Let's pick up the Bastion. It will offer this a good amount of protection against removal to our units. Star Spring is nice, but I would prefer it if it were summoned at the start of the game. Let's pick up the Rock Coppers just so we have a unit at the start of the game as well. Card cut. We're cutting the Shaman Skull. It's too expensive and we have better ways to generate stance swaps. Stargazer, Gift Giver. Let's skip the Hush. I really want to draw like last time. A Udyr and a Soraka. We have a bunch of Hushes to do that. Let's pass priority back to the opponent. Yeah, surely he has something he can play here. Something you can play and something we can silence. Can draw another Soraka off of this. But it seems like overkill to do so. Especially considering what I already have on board.
I'm here to help.
It's not like I have a 1-mana play that's worth it. So let's do this. I can't really kill the Malphite. I might be able though.
Take heart.
I have a plan. We do this. We stance swap. We pick Ram stance. Hit the Soraka. And then we deal 1 to everything. It buffs up the Udyr and gets rid of the Malphite right away. Unfortunately we don't get any healing off. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for now. Here, his next champion gets Spell Shield, that's okay. I'm going to do Spring Gifts here.
Oh dear, come back.
Spring Gifts is going to be huge. Let's get rid of the Howling Abyss right away. And now no more champions for the opponent. And I guess since I have the spare mana, let's give Soraka regeneration. The opponent's not going to attack here. The Talia dies to the Udyr. And now we just have free reign to do whatever you want against the opponent. We do this, we attack, till 60 to the opponent.
My own fate.
The opponent needs some frostbite effects or something else. That's something else, that saves him actually. But it's going to be hard for the opponent to do anything. Whatever he plays next, yep, I just Falling Comet. I have to do Falling Comet no matter what, because I have to discard the Falling Comet at the end of the turn. I guess I'll do this, Board Stance the Spring Guardian. Keep the Falling Comet factory going. You should damage my units, smart opponent. Once you've equipped an ally this game, revive the strongest dead allied champion. Oh, that's Malphite. I guess I did kill Malphite, I didn't obliterate it like I did with all of the other champions. But Malphite won't stick around. I guess it reset the stats on the Soraka though. Could be worse though.
Journey is difficult. These will protect you.
Stunning everything. Fortunately, you have nothing to capitalize on that stun, opponent.
Have the stars been giving you much trouble, Hakai?
Nothing I can't handle. Oh dear, come back!
Live with purpose.
And to add insult to injury, let's just Falling Comet that landmark. We don't even need to.
No choice. Take heart.
100 damage. Can you survive, opponent? No. The answer is no. Soraka is so good.
The heavens rejoice.
Mostly when you are not dealing with overwhelm units though, or units that have higher stats than yours. Both cases seem... Soraka seems to struggle. Like Cleaver Soraka. Now I don't have to worry about the opponent's units having higher stats than my units. At least the Soraka. Shedding is Scaring, Donning Age. Sure, Shedding is Scaring can be useful. Makes it so I don't have to constantly apply regeneration to all of my units. I just have to play a unit with regeneration. Can go for a healer encounter. What would I cut at the healer encounter? The Fused Firebrand, definitely. I guess not, because now we have the Sharing is Caring, so Fused Firebrand is 5 mana, give your entire board spell shield. So maybe that's a fine card to keep in the deck. We draw the Soraka, that's to be expected. Let's do Soraka first, do Deer second. Just have to hush. You can easily hush one of the opponent's units. That one, for example. So far we're not sharing any keywords yet, but soon we will. Unfortunately, all of these units get shuffled back into the opponent's deck. And these units do get buffed up get buffs out of this. But soon enough we'll start printing Falling Comets, and the opponent will lose his ability to keep a board and his ability to shuffle cards back into the deck. I can do Fused Firebrand, or I can do Volpine Wanderer. Let's do Stargazer maybe. Yeah, we can do Stargazer and Hush.
And I them.
The opponent has a very scary board. Depending on how he attacks. Okay, the opponent's just dummy, is overriding his spores a bunch of times. Depending on how he attacks, I might take a lot of damage here.
Go no further.
Let's stun this unit. Let's comment this unit because it has Deathless. Then we can block there, prevent a bunch of damage. And yeah, this seems fine. I could have silenced that one and then stunned some others, but I can afford to take the damage here. We get more comets. Let's do our fused firebrand. Give our units some protection. So the opponent's playing Poros, so he probably doesn't have enough space in his deck to run removal. And now the opponent's units are dead. And his Nexus too, probably. Let's blow up that unit. We can stun one of the opponent's units, or another of the opponent's units. So we can do this here, further increasing the amount of damage the opponent takes.
The possibilities are infinite.
He has to block the Udyr and the fused firebrand, which don't have elusive. So I guess he survives that way.
In service to the Imperial.
And he's shuffling Poros back into his deck, so this is not the worst thing for him. You know what, next turn I'm giving everything the regeneration keyword with the Vulpine Wanderer, so let's start giving stuff Overwhelm so my units can actually close out the game. And let's start doing this. Just obliterating the opponent's Poros so he stops getting buffs and he stops shuffling them back into the deck. He has a very scary board.
In service to the Imperial.
We didn't regenerate enough for a comet, that's unfortunate.
Yes, old man.
But now we're guaranteed to do so, right? Let's give that unit Overwhelm. Level up the Udyr. You don't even really need to level up the Udyr to win the game. It's just a stat boost for the Udyr. He attacks with both the elusives. That's to be expected. Let's just stun that unit. We take the 2. It's fine. You know what? Let's do another Vulpine Wanderer. Might as well.
Yes, old man. He heard your call.
And now our entire hand becomes comets. Actually no, because we've run out of hand space. But our entire hand was almost comets. And now we just kill the opponent.
Take heart.
Yeah, the opponent knows it's over. No amount of blocks is going to save him from the damage we're dishing out.
Heaven rejoice.
Okay, so I have a card cutting encounter. What do I even want to cut from the deck? What's our weakest card right now? Maybe the Troll Gifts? It's one less mana for the effect we get off of the stun swap. So I guess this is the card we cut. Shop. Noxian Might does nothing for us. I'm definitely buying this though. Let's see what's coming up next. An epic shop. I can reroll here by the power we get off of the reroll, then buy the power from the epic shop, or I can save the reroll for the epic shop. Let's try for something good here. Guess this helps us close out the game. And now we just have to hope that whatever we get on the epic shop is nice on their own, and I don't have to reroll. This is just being greedy though. There was no need for me to reroll the rare power when I could reroll an epic one. But since we're winning this hard, let's make things interesting. Okay, so no Udyrs in hand. That's a bit unfortunate. But I might be able to fish an Udyr out of the deck with the Hush. See. Can give that the silence. There is our Udyr. Now we have our great start. Can just do this, do this. I guess we'll kill one of the Flame Chompers because why not? Guess we don't kill the Flame Chompers because the opponent's really keen on protecting them for some reason. Even though they have 0 attack. Let's give regeneration to the Udyr. The Udyr gains stats faster than the Soraka it seems, so he has more health to regenerate. Nothing scary. But yeah, I have interaction for that. I have the Astral Diffusion. So I can do Fierce Firebrand just to give protection to our two champions. Ooh, we got heal, luck and hit the Ocean Soul. So we managed to get a Comet out of this. Come on, opponent, just attack. I take 1 billion damage from the attacking units, I guess. I can prevent some of it. We'd only take 10 this way. We're growing our units. Next turn we'll do Goats and Vulpine Wanderer. We're burning all of our deck. Oh, I misplayed. I wanted to go for the Vulpine Wanderer. Well, now at least we have a full board of regenerating units. And all of my units have Challenger. So I guess I can do this here, here, here. You only deal 9, but it's okay. Because we're going to heal up all of our units at the end of the turn. And by healing up we get a bunch of comets. The opponent's almost out of resources as well, so this whole process might be unnecessary. Like, that's gone, that's gone. Let's give something else Overwhelm. Are you going to play anything else, opponent? Yeah, that's gone. Anything else? Okay, I can't get rid of that.
These jewels are more than you're thinking.
Please stop damaging my Nexus with Burn. That's just being petty.
Sapphire, gem of our divine patron.
Because you can't properly close out the game with the cards you have. You instead just make it harder for me in my following encounters. Well, at least the opponent's dying here. There, we maximize the amount of damage we deal this way. Bam, bam, bam. Let's hope our epic power is going to be good.
Remember this day.
There's not really a lot of them that might be great for the deck, however. Maybe the one that duplicates spellcasts on your weakest unit. That one will probably be fine. Analyze attack spawn 3. Oh, that's atrocious. I don't want that at all. In fact, I'm even going to refrain from then again, it's a free unit, might as well. I talked myself into getting it. Anything I want to cut from my deck. Honestly, I don't see the purpose of the Mountain Goat. It's an early drop, sure. Or the Star Shepherd. I guess the Star Shepherd is an overwhelm unit, but not everything I have has overwhelm, though. That's the thing. Star Shepherd can give everything overwhelm, however. Fused Firebrand. The opponent has removal, it's Viego. So I guess it really is the Mountain Goat, the weakest link.
No power in this world can stop me.
Depending on what the opponent has, we might be in for a World of Hurt. Let's hope the opponent doesn't have a piece of removal on the first turn. We have a pretty good hand. We can cycle the Hush for an extra discount on the Udyr. Unfortunately didn't
Leave our own destiny.
Oh, that messes up our first turn. We didn't draw the Evil Pine Wanderer from our start of game from the Farsight alteration. So that completely throws me... completely messes up our game plan. We can no longer play discounted Udyr on the first turn, followed up by with a Soraka to boot, and the opponent removed my Soraka right away. Still,
Heal and protect.
let's hope the opponent doesn't have another piece of removal here. Doesn't seem like it. He still attacks with everything, however. Can stun that unit. Take 25. I can't do anything better. Is the opponent level up Viego? Still a bit off. Can give regeneration to the Soraka, hopefully. This is enough to generate, yeah, some comets to stabilize the board. Or at the very least, deny the Viego. We deny the Hydra. We'll play the Udyr.
Then, young fox, lead us to their heart.
It kills the other Soraka. The opponent really doesn't like me having Soraka, it seems. Fortunately, the attack reduction doesn't really affect us. We care more about the health of our units than their attack. We can do
Shock.
this. We regenerate. So this is okay. I did waste this stun on that thing, however. It was a misplay. But one we can recover from. We still have a Soraka in the deck, if I'm not mistaken. Also, we have a bunch of removal for whatever the opponent plays here. Fortunately, the Viego doesn't have Spell Shield. I want the opponent to have priority back, so let's give overall to the Udyr. This might be a mistake. Maybe I should have played the Fused Firebrand to give everything Spell Shield. Turns out it was not a misplay, because I can do this now. Okay, everything has protection. We're going to win the game without Soraka, that's a bit impressive. Well, Soraka did it. Two of the opponent's most powerful removal pieces, so she did a good job that way. Udyr really was invaluable to our victory. It's always nice when it happens. Support champions are usually so bad to get. Instead of your normal or the champion the deck is based around. So it was a nice surprise. What a week. Hopefully things will be better next week. But yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.